welcome back to my channel and to a brand new video, and I'm really excited for this reading vlog because it is finally time for another round of the F1 readathon, which is hosted by Steph from Steph Loves. This is her Patreon readathon. We do 24-hour readathons, one every month, but for this round we are going to be doing a week-long readathon, and we only have one prompt to this readathon, and it's to read special edition books, subscription box books. If you have a book that's been in a subscription box, you can count it, and it's to help all of us get through those subscription box books that come in and we don't read them straight away. So I have got a TBR. It is quite ambitious, but I am really excited to get to all of these. And if I turn them round so you can see the amazing range of sprayed edges on these books are just absolutely stunning. So what I am going to do, because I am very undecided about what to start off with, I'm going to have a spinner wheel, and I'm going to put all those books on a spinner wheel, and I'll screen record on my phone, so hopefully it works, and I will pick my first read using a spinner wheel, and that's the first book that I have to start off with. But I will go into what each book is, and I'll let you know what they're about. I'll give you a brief synopsis. So yeah, I'm really excited. Okay guys, so to start off with, the first book I'm going to put on the spinner wheel will be The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid. I think this is Ava Reid's debut book. I can't remember if this was a Fairy Loot or a Illumicrate edition, but this is inspired mainly by Jewish mythology and Hungarian history, so a dark, evocative and unforgettable fantasy debut steeped in Hungarian history and Jewish mythology, perfect for fans of Naomi Novik and Catherine Arden. Now, I actually DNF from Naomi Novik before, but I do love Catherine Arden's Winter Night trilogy, so hopefully, fingers crossed, I do enjoy this, and I would like to maybe try this before because I do want to read Ava Reid's new book, which is A Study in Drowning, which I have heard really good things about, but I wanted to at least have read her debut book, just so I can make my mind up if I want to try A Study in Drowning. But yeah, I am really excited for this one. Next up, I have a very recent book, subscription box book that came in, which is The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy. This came in the October Fairy Loot YA box, and this is fairy tale retellings about a town that there's a book of fortunes where people can use it for good to put what they want to wish for, but then someone uses the book for bad, and then the forest snatches the book away, and when people from this village have tried to go in to find the book, they never come back out, and their main character Clara and her childhood friend Axel have to journey through the forest to find the book and help their town from this curse that's put on them. And there's fairy tale retellings and that are given like a dark twist, so I am so excited for this one, and I really would like to get to this one during this week, so I'm really excited for this one. Next up, I have another YA Fairy Loot edition from this September box. Yeah, the September box, and that is If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. This is an absolutely stunning edition, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. It's so pretty. So we follow the main character, Cara, and she's trying to stay on top of her classes at school, but she has a gift where she can communicate and speak to ghosts, which was passed down from her grandmother. And one day she stumbles across the body of Zach, who is the school's popular boy, like the golden boy of the school, and he wants her to resurrect him, and I think that there's a romance that forms between them. And it says on the little blurb here, Miranda Sun's debut touches on the power and conflict of mother-daughter love, first romance, and finding your place in the world while honouring your culture, full of heart, humour and thrills. If I Have to Be Haunted will put a spell on you. So yeah, and I have heard some really good things, and again, this edition is just absolutely gorgeous, and I am really excited to get to this one. Next up, it's something maybe a little bit different, but I have read from this author previously, and that book is Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. Alexandra Bracken wrote Lore, which was based off of Greek mythology, and I really enjoyed it. This is based on Arthurian legend, and we follow the main character Tamsin, who is trying to save her brother from this curse by trying to find this Arthurian ring, and she has to work with her enemy, what's he called, her rival enemies, and they have to work together. Together they dive headfirst into a viper's nest of dark magic and expose a deadly secret with the power to awaken ghosts of the past and shatter her last hope of saving her brother. Driven by love, revenge and pure adrenaline, this is a stunning new novel from one of the top fantasy authors writing today. So yeah, I haven't heard a lot of good things about it, but I really enjoyed Alexandra Bracken's previous book, so fingers crossed I really enjoy this one as well. Next up, now this is probably the chunkiest book that I am going to put up on here, but I am really excited. It has been staring at me to read ever since I got it, and the book in question is The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. Apologies if I've said that wrong. This is a fantasy, I think it's enemies to lovers, about, I'm not going to read the whole synopsis because it is quite long, so I'll read the little blurb on the back here. So, the Night Empire cast a long shadow over the land. Nothing can stand in the way of its might and power. Year by year, the hurricane wars take and take, and yet there is hope in the darkness. One lone light stands against the Empire. So, it's light and dark, enemies to lovers, and there's war going on, and I think there's obviously romance in here, and this edition, it has come in a subscription box recently, so I can count it. This is the Waterstones edition with a stunning cover and stunning edges, and I have heard that this was created from a fan fiction, a Kylo Ren and Rey from Star Wars fan fiction. So if it's got those kind of vibes, I am here for this because I'm quite a big Star Wars fan. So yeah, I am really excited for this one too. And then the last book I would like to get to is another gorgeous edition, and that is Forged by Blood by Ehibor Okusin. Apologies if I've said that wrong. Again, another stunning edition. This is definitely giving me Black Panther vibes, and it's fantasy. A tale of rebellion and redemption, love and lies. Forged by Blood is an epic fantasy. It's richly steeped in Nigerian mythology. So this sounds really good as well. Again, and another stunning sprayed edge. So those are all the books I would like to get to this week. So I have got my spinner wheel ready to go. So I will screen record my phone, so hopefully this will work. Okay, it's recording. So I'm going to do my spinner wheel here. So I've put all the books on a spinner wheel, so I'm going to press the button here and let's see what I get. Okay. Oh, Silver in the Bone. Okay, so I will be starting off with Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. Okay, I'm quite happy with that, and I am really into like mythology, Arthurian legends, so yeah, hopefully this will be good. So I will be kicking this off on Monday, so the readathon will start from Monday and run through until Sunday. So this is currently Sunday when I'm filming this, so yeah, I will be kicking off with Silver in the Bone, and I am really excited. Guys, it's a little bit later on now, and I have since had my tea and I watched the Strictly results show. Krishna and Lauren got voted out, which was a shame, but yeah, I think it was definitely time for him to go, but I will obviously miss him on Strictly because I thought he was absolutely adorable and he was so lovely. But it's Blackpool next week and I am so excited for next week and I can't wait. But I have actually made a start to, earlier on I did the spinner wheel and I got Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken as my first read, and I have actually made a start to it. So Steph said that we could start our TBRs this evening, which I was just like yes, because I was so desperate to make a start on especially like my more chunky books, so I could get a ways into this. So yeah, I started Silver in the Bone, and I haven't shown you the full art under the dust jacket. That's so cute. So we have the two main characters, Tamsin and Emery. And yeah, we have really lovely, really cool sprayed edges, and we have this on the back, which is really nice. So I am currently exactly 100 pages into this, and so far so good. I am enjoying it. So we're following Tamsin, who's the main character, and she is what they call hollower. So what the hollowers can do is they go, I don't know if they're like chasms and caves or something like that. They're called the veins. To try and find like Arthurian artifacts, I think that's what it was. And Caleb, who is her brother, is also a hollower, but he has some kind of curse on him where he basically, I've just read a part of that, where he basically turns into like this hound creature thing, and it's obviously quite scary for him, and he gets quite violent and aggressive. And Tamsin's obviously trying to figure out how to help her brother with this curse that's on him, and there is this Arthurian ring that can help break curses, so she wants to try and find this ring to help her brother out. But there's also her rival, who is Emery. He's also been put on this job to try and find this Arthurian ring, and yeah, they definitely don't get on initially, but I think maybe as the book goes on, it might be enemies to lovers potentially. Tamsin, she's, I don't know where this has come from, but she's taken this substance. It's like a poison injection thing. I don't know if it's to and help her with helping her brother trying to find this ring. I don't know, but that was a little bit interesting. But yeah, so far so good. I am enjoying it. So I'm going to try and get a little bit more ways into this. And Steph is going to be doing sprints throughout the week for the F1 Readathon. She is doing some from 10 o'clock tomorrow, but I am in work unfortunately, so I won't be able to join those. But I will catch up on them. But definitely the ones on the weekend, I will definitely tune in those live. It's a little bit tricky with being in work and stuff, because also I can't go in and join sprints and reading when I'm working, so which sucks unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna carry on reading a little bit more of Silver in the Bone, and I'm gonna have an early night because I obviously have work tomorrow, but I will check in with you. I'm gonna take this into work with me and read it on my lunch break, so I'll check in with you when I get back from work tomorrow, and I'll let you know how far I get into it. But so far so good. I am enjoying it. It's definitely, I like the Arthurian vibes, kind of mythology that's included in here. So yeah, so far so good, and I'll check in with you all tomorrow. Hi guys, it is now Monday, and this is the first time that I'm checking in with you all. I'm back from work, and I didn't manage to read any more of Silver in the Bone on my lunch break, so I am currently, how many pages am I? So I am currently 135 pages in. I'm still really enjoying it, but I am going to do my second spin, so I know what book I'm going to be picking up for after I finish Silver in the Bone. So I'm going to read a bit more of that tonight. So I'm going to screen record on my phone again, and I'm going to do a spin, so hopefully that will work. Okay, The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid I'll be reading after Silver in the Bone. Okay, and it is a shorter one, so hopefully I should be able to get through it quite quickly. But yeah, I am really excited because I have been meaning to get to that one for a long time, so that's exciting. So I'll stop screen recording. There we go. So yeah, work was pretty boring to be honest, and it's been pretty miserable weather all day, which is great. So I had to, because we have the darker evenings now, so I had to walk home in the dark, which I don't particularly enjoy doing, and it was like raining as well. My bra kept blowing inside out, which is great. So I'm going to go and catch up on Steph's sprints that she did this morning, but I think she did have some internet issues, so I don't know how long they were on for, so I'll see how many sprints that they ended up doing, but yeah, or I might do some forest for myself. But yeah, so that's my Monday evening, and I'm gonna maybe try and get to halfway of Silver and the Bone tonight, maybe finish it tomorrow, and then I will pick up the Wolf and the Woodsman after Silver and the Bone. So yeah, that's my Monday evening pretty much sorted, and I'll check in with you all. I'll check in with you all when I've read a little bit more of Silver and the Bone.
My wired earphones in case the wireless ones decide to run out of battery, so I'll be fine. Yeah. So that's the Yelp plans. I do have books to get signed. I have like half a suitcase full of books to get signed tomorrow, and then half a suitcase full of books to get signed on Sunday. So, but I'm not going to be buying anything other than
Well, that's why I want everybody.
Hi guys, it is currently Tuesday the 14th of November, and this is the first time checking in with you guys. It is nearly 8 o'clock in the evening for me, and I have been watching Hannah from Readathon do her live show for the Daughter of Dr. Moreau read along for Gothicathon, so it was nice to watch the chat about the book, and overall I gave that book 3 stars. It was good. Like, it was good in some parts. I did enjoy like the atmosphere, and I didn't mind the romance in it, but I think it definitely could have been a bit darker, and some of the themes in there I think could have been fleshed out a bit more. But I mean, it was fine. I mean, the only other book that I've read from Sylvia Moreno Garcia is Mexican Gothic. So our current book that we're reading for this month, for November, is Silver Nitrate. So I think when this week for the Box Readathon is done, I think that'll be the first thing I'm going to pick up after that. So I definitely do want to get to that this month. So yeah, but I have made a bit more progress on Silver and the Bone by Alexandra Bracken, and I am currently, sorry if I'll try and move it away for that light. There we go, that's a bit better. So yeah, I'm currently 358 pages into this, so I think I should be able to finish it tonight. So I'm doing a forest at the moment. I just need to help me focus and try and get through it. And then I'm going to pick up The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid next, which is a bit shorter than Silver and the Bone, so fingers crossed I can get through that this week, because I feel like I haven't really finished anything yet. But I mean, I still have the rest of the week. But I think what I'm going to do just now is I'm going to do a spin for my third read, which will be the book that I pick up after The Wolf and the Woodsman, because I think I'm just too excited. So let me get my phone up. See if I can try and do this one-handed. See if I can press that. I'll zoom in. There we go. Let's see what this... Sorry if my hand looks a bit funny. Okay, let's see what we have. Oh no, it's went off. Oh, the Forest Grimm. Yes, this is one I'm really excited for. So yes, so I will be picking up The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy after I finish The Wolf and the Woodsman. So yes, I'm really, really happy to have that one. I was really worried it was going to be The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. I mean, I am excited for that book, but it is the chunkiest book on my TBR, and I don't think I would manage to get through it. But if it does come up, fair enough. But yeah, The Forest Grimm I was the most excited for, actually. So yes, I'm so happy to have that come up on my TBR for this week. But yeah, so my plans for this evening is to try and finish Silver and the Bone. It's definitely a 3-4 star rating at the moment. I mean, it's good. I do like the Arthurian elements in here, but I think the thing for me that's lacking a little bit is, well, because I really enjoy romance in my fantasy, and this is meant to be like enemies to lovers. Well, they're currently enemies at the moment, and they're not getting on. So I don't know if there is going to be romance at all in this, or I don't know if it's a series, and there might be book 2 where the romance would pick up there. But I'm not really feeling the romance kind of side of it. So it's definitely a 3 star at the moment. But I do like the Arthurian kind of elements in there, and the magic I think is quite interesting. So yeah, so that is my plan for this evening, and I'm currently using my brand new tripod which I'm holding. I got that well, it was a free tripod with my camera and it finally turned up, so I'm currently filming on that, which is really smart to hold. So hopefully for filming things that'll make things a little bit easier for me. So yeah, so I'm going to try and finish Silver in the Bone, and I'll come back in hopefully when I have finished it, and I might maybe try and make a start on The Wolf and the Woodsman this evening, but that'll be pretty much my main read all day tomorrow, because I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'll have a bit more kind of time to sit and read. So, but yeah, so I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Guys, it's a little bit later on now. It is currently, what time is it? It is nearly 9:20 in the evening for me, and I finished Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I finished it about the back of 9 o'clock, and this was a 3-star. I'm a little bit disappointed with it, kind of thinking on it now. I liked the Arthurian elements that were thrown in there. It wasn't like a King Arthur retelling as such. It was like the Arthurian elements were in there with the magic system, and it's like this Arthurian ring that the main character was trying to find to help her brother from this curse that he was under, and it was like rivals that were trying to beat each other to try and find this magical Arthurian ring. And I thought it was going to be like rivals to lovers romance. There was hardly any romance in here. So if you think that there is like a rivals to romance in here, it isn't in here, which I was a little bit disappointed about. The ending was very open-ended, and I think there is a sequel to this book, but I don't know when it's coming out. Possibly maybe next year, I don't know. I mean, I maybe would be intrigued to maybe read the second one, but I probably would just have it maybe do it on Kindle maybe, just to say that I've read it. But it was fine. It was fine. I mean, I much preferred reading Lore by Alexandra Bracken, which is basically Greek mythology with Hunger Games elements, which I preferred that. And I know a lot of people really disliked Lore, but I actually really enjoyed it and gave it 5 stars. But it's a book down. It's my first book down for the F1 Readathon, so I'll go on and I'll log that one. So I am going to start my read for The Wolf and the Woodsman. I'm currently holding up the dust jacket because I've got the book out at the moment, but I wanted to show you this really pretty under the dust jacket art. I think this is an Illumicrate edition because it doesn't say if it's Fairy Loot or Illumicrate. I'm assuming it is Illumicrate, but this really pretty under the dust jacket art. That's so nice. So yeah, I am going to be starting The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid, and it also comes with this really simple silvery foiling, which is really nice. Will You Tell Me a Story, Wolf Girl? So this is based on Jewish mythology and like Hungarian history. And it says in the blurb, if you are fans of Catherine Arden, which I really liked, the Winter Night Trilogy by Catherine Arden, and also Naomi Novik. Now, I have DNF'd from Naomi Novik before. I tried to read Uprooted last year, and I think I only got maybe 40 pages into it, and I had to DNF it. I didn't like her writing style at all, and I normally quite enjoy lyrical writing, but Naomi Novik's writing I just couldn't get on with at all, so it was a DNF for me, unfortunately. But I mean, I maybe would be open to try maybe another book from her, but I think if I didn't enjoy Uprooted, I probably wouldn't enjoy her other stuff. But yeah, I am excited to give this a try. So I'm going to see how far I get into this evening, and I'm going to be focusing on this tomorrow because I am working from home tomorrow. So this will be my main read for tomorrow, and then if I might maybe also start the Forest Grimm tomorrow as well, which was the book I got on the spinner wheel for when I finish off the Wolf of the Woodsman. So yeah, so that's my TBR plans pretty much sorted. So I might do a check-in with you before I go to bed, or I'll just check in with you in the morning. But yeah, so one book down, and it was a 3-star, unfortunately, so I'm a little bit gutted about that. But one book down for the F1 readathon, and I'll see you all soon. Everyone, it is currently Wednesday, and what time is it? It is currently nearly 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm working from home today, so it's a pretty chill day today, but I wanted to come in and give you a reading update. I have decided to DNF The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid. I think I got maybe 47 pages in, and I think it was like 20 pages in, there was quite a graphic scene with a character and an axe, and I think it just really put me in a foul mood, and I didn't want to continue with it. And it kind of gave me the same feelings that I had when I read Uprooted by Naomi Novik. There's basically a rape scene in the first 40 pages of the book, and I didn't want to continue on after that. So this one is a DNF, unfortunately, which is such a shame because it is a really, really nice edition. So I will be unhauling my copy, which is a bit of a shame, but I'm going to put it up on my Vinted. So I will put the link to my Vinted in the box down below, and I'm also going to put up Silver in the Bone as well, because I think I've decided I don't think I'm going to continue on with that series. I mean, if I do, it might just be on a Kindle, or I might get the book from the library, but I'm not desperate to continue on with it. So it is a DNF, unfortunately, and it was a 3-star for Silver in the Bones. But I am now going to move on to my third book, which I did a spin for last night, and I got The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, which I'm so excited about. This is Grimm's fairy tale retelling, so I'll give you the synopsis for this one. So, once upon a time, villagers would whisper their desires to the Book of Fortunes, and its pages would reveal how to obtain them. All is well until someone used the book for evil. Afterward, the branches of the Forest Grimm snatched the book away, and the village withered. The villagers tried to make amends with the forest, but every time someone crossed its border, they never returned. Despite the warning from her fortune-teller grandmother, Clara embarks on the journey into the deadly forest to procure the Book of Fortunes, to reverse the curse and save her mother and village. Clara's friend Axel puts aside his longing for her to join the journey. The young travellers have set their minds to defying fate and daring to accomplish what no one else has been able to do. Alas, the forest, alive with dark and deadly twists in some of our most well-known fairy tales, has a mind of its own. A spellbinding new fantasy from New York Times best-selling author Catherine Purdy, whose fairy tales come to life with dark, deadly twists. So I am so excited for this because I love fairy tale retellings, and this edition is just absolutely stunning. Really gorgeous cover, and Red Riding Hood inspired sprayed edges. Really, really pretty. And the naked hardback is absolutely stunning as well. So I'll quickly show you that. And it's also signed by Catherine Purdy, which is nice to have. And Catherine Purdy wrote the Bone Crier's Moon series, or the Bone Grace duology, which I've never read before, but if this is good, I might maybe go and pick that up. And it also comes with really pretty end papers, and they're definitely giving me Red Riding Hood vibes. Absolutely stunning, and different end papers on the back. There we go. Very nice, and the naked hardback looks like this, which is really, really, really pretty. With silver foiling on here, and then on the back it looks like this. So yeah, I'm going to make a start on this one today. So fingers crossed I have a much better time with the Forest Grimm than the Wolf and the Woodsman. I mean, I am a little bit gutted about having it to DNF it, but I think after that scene, it was quite graphic and descriptive. I just didn't want to continue on with it. So it's going to be on hold, unfortunately, which is a shame, but I'll come back in a little bit later on when I've started the Forest Grimm, and I'll let you know my initial thoughts on it. But yeah, that's my plans for Wednesday. So yeah, I'll check in with you all a little bit later. It's a little bit later on now. It is currently nearly 1:45 in the afternoon, and I have been making some progress on The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, and I'm currently 62 pages in, and so far so good. I'm really, really enjoying it. So we have met Clara, who's the main character, and Axel, who is her childhood friend, and they live in this village where the forest, there's this book called the Book of Fortunes, and people can, someone gets chosen to put something that they wish for in this book, and it's mainly obviously used for doing good things, but somebody uses the book for doing something bad, and the forest has basically taken the book away, and the village is now cursed. And so someone from the village is selected to go into the forest to try and find the book, and rarely anybody comes out of the forest alive. And Axel, I think he was betrothed to this girl called Ella, and she was picked to go into the forest and she never came back out, and he's always been desperate to find her. So Clara and Axel made an agreement, if either one of their names got picked to be the person to go into the forest, that they would try and find Ella. And Axel's name got pulled out there, so he has been chosen to go into the forest. So I think Clara is going to join with him to go into this forest. And her grandmother, I think it's tarot she does. She has these kind of magical tarot cards, and she does a reading for Clara, and it's like she pulls out like death card, and then she's also pulled out I can't remember what it was called. I think it was the Swans card or something like that, and it was that means it was like true love, or like star-crossed lovers, like that kind. The pierced swans, either truest love or star-crossed lovers. And she's also pulled out the Midnight Forest, which is a forbidden choice, the fanned creature, an untimely death, the red card, changer of fate, and the pierced swans. So I quite like that, how the grandmother uses like tarot, and they're kind of like fairy tale inspired kind of tarot cards. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really, really enjoying it. But I want to do my next spin just now while I've got a bit of free time. So obviously I DNF'd The Wolf and the Woodsman. So in its place on the spinner wheel, I have decided to add on Silver Nitrate by Silvery Mariano Garcia. This is the November book for Gothic Along, which is hosted by Hannah from Ladette M. We did the live show for The Daughter of Dr. Moreau last night, actually, and it was really good. The chat about the book was really, really interesting, and overall I gave that one 3 stars, so this is what the current book is. So I would like to start it maybe this week if possible, but I can always leave it till next week, because I don't know when the live show date for this one will be. I'd imagine it would be maybe mid-December, I think, but this is more of like a horror, and it would count for the Box Squats Readathon because it was the first book that came in the Evernight box, which is the new horror book subscription box from Illumicrate, so it would count. So I've added it onto my spinner wheel, which I have up here. So I will see. Okay, so I will do a spin. And let's see what we get for our 4th book. Oh, we got Silver Nitrate. That's so bizarre. I honestly did not manifest that at all. But yeah, so we have Silver Nitrate by Silvia Mariano Garcia. So I might as well tell you what this book is about, because I actually have no idea myself, but I think it's definitely more of a horror read. So let me see what this is about. So Montserrat has always been overlooked. She's a talented sound editor, but she's left out of the boys' club running the film industry in 90s Mexico City. But she's all but invisible to her best friend Tristan, a charming, faded soap opera star, even though she's been in love with him since childhood. Then Tristan discovers his new neighbour is the cult horror director Abel Urita. Apologies for these pronunciations. And the legendary author claims he has a way to change their lives, even if his tales of a Nazi oculist imbuing magic into highly volatile silver nitrate stock sounds like sheer fantasy. Years ago he began work on the film of a lifetime, but the magic film was never finished, which is why Urita swears his career vanished overnight. He is cursed. Now the director wants Montserrat and Tristan to help him shoot the missing scenes and lift the curse, but as the three work together, Montserrat begins to notice a dark presence following her. The closer they come to unravelling the mystery of the film and the obscure oculist who once roamed Mexico City, the closer Montserrat and Tristan come to learning that sorcerers and magic are not only the stuff of movies. Oh, okay. That's very interesting and very different to anything that I've ever read before. So I am excited for this actually, and it's definitely it sounds very atmospheric, and I think, well, so far, because I've only read Mexican Gothic and now I've read The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, and I think Silvia Mena Garcia's books are always really good for the atmosphere. So yeah, I am really excited. So once I finish the Forest Grimm, I will be picking up Silver Nitrate. So I am really, really excited.
Thriller aspect of this book, because so far there hasn't really been anything to indicate a thriller book. It's mainly been a very human, character-driven story, which doesn't really have much of a story. It was mainly development that we've been getting so far, and I really do find a lot to relate to with Lainey. I also don't know if Lainey is a reliable narrator yet, so I'm very excited to find out all of the dark secrets that Lainey might be hiding from even us, the reader. But honestly, when I say this book started off so dark, it started off the darkest you could imagine. And even though not a whole lot has happened in terms of plot, it still kept me reading, or listening, I should say, or at least it kept my attention, because I really do find the characters so intriguing. Armin, Blythe, the relationship and dynamic between the three of them, it's just so interesting. And I think I have Britney Spears on the brain, because there was a moment in this where the narrator said there's only 2 types of people in the world, and my brain automatically went, the ones who entertain and the ones who observe. I need to stop listening to Britney Spears. If I wasn't listening to an audio today, it would have been Britney Spears instead. So I won't have a chance to read any more tonight, I don't think.
Hi guys, it's a little bit later on now. It is currently nearly 5:20 in the evening for me. I have finished work and I have been reading a bit more of The Forest Grimm, and I am currently 122 pages into this. I am really enjoying this. I'm loving the atmosphere and I'm enjoying the characters, Clara and Axel. I'm liking both of them, and we've already had like a kind of sprinkling of the Grimm's fairy tale characters that have popped up in there. Also, I don't want to spoil obviously too much of it, but there is I'm assuming there will be some more characters from the Grimm's fairy tales that pop up in this book, and I'm really enjoying that aspect of it. But yeah, so far so good. I'm having a really good time with it. And as I mentioned earlier on, I'm going to be picking up Silver Nitrate next after The Forest Grimm. So honestly, I did not manifest that to be my next read for this week at all, and it was just like I added it onto a spinner wheel. And I mean, I was maybe hoping for the Hurricane Wars maybe, or If I Have to Be Haunted, but I got Silver Nitrate and that's absolutely fine. But I wanted to quickly show you a book that I just got. I have seen a lot of people talking about this book and saying how great it is, and it's definitely one of the better Fairy Loot YA books that have come out recently. And I know Jodie has it as one of her Patreon book club reads, and I think I've seen a lot of people reading this book, and I know the second one has just come out recently and it has really got me intrigued. But I managed to find a copy of One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick on Vinted, and I'm really loving this cover. It's very, very dark, misty looking. So we've got the cover here with the gold foiling on there and like forest green edges, which are really pretty. And we have got end papers that are quite dark, so I don't know if they will show up on camera as well, but I'll give you, I don't know if you can see that, but they are quite dark. There we go. But they are really, really, really pretty. And we've got different end papers on the back. It's just a shame that they're really, really dark. That's the only thing that I would maybe say about these end papers, but they are really pretty. And then we've got this on the naked hardback. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, it is pretty, but the only thing for me is a little bit dark, so it is maybe a little bit kind of hard to see what's on the naked hardback. And because it's a Fairy Loot edition, it comes with a reversible dust jacket, which again is really, really, really pretty, but I prefer the normal side of the dust jacket, so I'm going to keep it on that side. And I'm pretty sure this is signed by Rachel Gillick. Let me have a look. Oh, can't get a paper too. I'm pretty sure this is signed. Oh, it isn't signed actually. Oh, that's a shame. No, the book doesn't seem to be signed, but that's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine, but it's still a really, really pretty edition. But I have heard such really good things about it, so I don't know what this is about, so I'll read the synopsis for you guys. If you have read this book, let me know what you thought of it, and if you think I will like it. But yeah, so let me see what this one is about. So, I was born with the fever, my blood dark as night. An ancient merciful spirit is trapped inside Elizabeth Spindle's head. She calls him the Nightmare. He protects her. He keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elizabeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, she is thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together, they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. As the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elizabeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The Nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. One Dark Window is Rachel Gillick's stunning debut novel, a gothic fantasy romance about a maiden who must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom. So that sounds really good, actually. I'm very intrigued, and I know the sequel for it has come out recently, and I think Fairy Loot have done a similar edition like this one, so if I enjoy it, I would maybe like to try and get the second book. But yeah, that sounds really, really good, and definitely good for like spooky season, I think, because of the gothic elements. But I mean, if I can get to it this week, that would be good. I mean, I might put it on the spinning wheel, but I might not, but we'll see. But yeah, that sounds really good. So One Dark Window by Rachel Gillick, I'll be adding on my TBR. But yeah, so I'm going to, I'll be getting my tea soon, so I'm going to try and get a little bit more into the Forest Grimm, maybe get halfway tonight if possible. And tomorrow I probably won't be able to check in at all until I'm back from work tomorrow, because I work at university. We have our graduation ceremony tomorrow, so I'll be helping out because of the adult professional services stuff. Have to go down and help out with giving out the seat tickets and things like that, so such fun. But yeah, so that'll be me pretty much for the afternoon, and then just want to have a chilled night and reading tomorrow night. And I think Steph might be doing sprints tomorrow night. I'll need to double check what time those are on, but yeah, so that's my plans for this evening, and I'll check in with you all a little bit later on when I've read a bit more of the Forest Grimm. And I am currently watching Gavin's new video, and Gavin has changed his name to Gavin Reads It All, so he won't be How to Train Your Gavin anymore. It's an end of an era, to be honest, but I mean, it's obviously what Gavin wants to do, so I'll still watch his channel regardless of what his channel name is. So I'm watching his new video where he has to read his book friend's favourite books, and if he doesn't like them, he'll unsubscribe from their YouTube channel. And I do enjoy watching those because it's good to get some new book recommendations. So yeah, that's my plans for this evening, and I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, it's a little bit later on now. I am currently at page 177. So I think I'm pretty much over halfway now. So it definitely reads super quick, and I'm still really, really enjoying it. So I don't want to give too many spoilers away if I can, but they have found the person that they're looking for in the woods, and I don't know, there's just something iffy. I don't know what's going to happen, but I am very, very intrigued. I think it could be potentially a 4-star. I mean, if the ending's good, maybe a 5-star, to be honest, because I'm really enjoying the atmosphere and just like the wood setting, and it's very descriptive, and the fairy tale kind of elements in here I'm really enjoying. So I'm having a much better time with this one, so I'm so pleased that I'm having a really good time with this. And I don't know if there is going to be a sequel, but I can have a little look to see. I don't think I've seen a sequel. Well, that's the Q&A part. Acknowledgements. It doesn't look like there's going to be a sequel, but I might have to have a wee nosy on Goodreads to see if there is. But if there is, I will definitely pick up the sequel, because I'm really enjoying Catherine Purdy's writing. It's very easy to follow, and it's very descriptive, and I quite enjoy that. The atmosphere, I think, is pretty good. But yeah, so I think, well, I mean, most of the Fairy Loot books I have read, I have enjoyed, apart from Shanghai Immortal by A.Y. Chow. Nah. I mean, I was reading that for Steph's F1 Readathon because it was for a prompt with mountains on the cover, and I'd gotten that special edition and had mountains on the cover, so I thought, oh, this will be a great fit for that prompt. 2-star. I mean, if I could have, I probably should give it 1-star now. I probably would bump that book down, to be honest. I was just like, it's supposed to be an adult fantasy. It read like a middle grade. Like, I hate to put people off reading books. You might enjoy it, but for me, the humour, it was very childish. The main character, she's meant to be like a 900-year-old vampire, and she was acting out like a teenager. And the characters' names were like Horsey and Big Wang. I mean, really? Nah. I mean, you might enjoy it, but for me, I hate that book so much. It was so bad. I mean, if the author puts something out that's a bit actually an adult fantasy, maybe I would be intrigued to pick it up, but I wouldn't pick anything else up from that author at all. So yeah, that book definitely wasn't for me. I'm trying to think if there was maybe another fairy book that I didn't enjoy. Can't think of it off the top of my head. I would need to have a look at my Goodreads, but overall, I think The Forest Grimm, I think, could definitely be a new favourite for me. I think I'm really, really, really enjoying it, because I haven't read a really good fairy tale retelling, kind of like with the Grimm's fairy tales before, and I'm really, really loving it. So, fingers crossed, it could be a 4 or even a 5 star. So yeah, so I'm gonna go down and see what I'm gonna have for tea, and I'll check in with you all a little bit later, but I'm still watching Gavin's video. I don't want to spoil what the outcomes were, but his book pick for Kate Colson, that was so funny. It was really funny, and his reactions and stuff like that was so funny, but I won't obviously spoil what Gavin thought of the book. It was A Dowry of Blood by S.C. Gibson. I quite enjoyed that book, and it's but Gavin's reaction to it I thought was pretty funny. So, but I'll leave a link to Gavin's video in the box down below if you want to go and check it out. But yeah, so I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, it's a little bit later on now. It is nearly 9:15 in the evening for me. I want to talk to you about this amazing book, because I have just finished The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, and this was a 5 star. It was so good, and I really, really enjoyed this. I loved the atmosphere. The writing was so easy to read. It was very fast paced. The atmosphere was just so good. The descriptions of the forest setting, the fairy tale elements, the Grimm's fairy tale elements. So we had a few kind of well-known characters from the Grimm's fairy tales come in, and they were given like a darker twist, which I really, really enjoyed. So we had Grimm's fairy tales, we had Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, and Rapunzel, you know, the well-known ones, and they were given a darker twist in there, and I really, really enjoyed those elements, and I really, really liked the characters, Axel and Clara. I think I really liked their relationship as time went on. It was like going to the forest, and the people that were trapped in there in the forest, they were like very much changed, different people, because of the curse that was put on them, and the journey that Clara has to go on because her mother is trapped in this forest, and her main goal when she's in this forest is to try and find her mother and bring her out of the forest and get rid of the curse. And it's just so good, and I think this is going to be a series, and if it is, I'm definitely going to pick up book 2. There were a little, there wasn't as much romance in it as I would have liked, as I thought, but I think maybe when we get into book 2 the romance might pick up, but there was definitely hints of romance, which I didn't mind. That was absolutely fine, but it was so good, and I love this book so much. It was so good. So I'm so happy that it was the October pick for Fairy Look, because I absolutely loved it. It was so good. So I'm 2 books down for the Box Readathon. So I've had 1 3-star, which was Silver in the Bone, 1 DNF, which was The Wolf and the Woodsman, and 5 amazing stars for The Forest Grimm. Oh, I love this book so much. I can't believe I've read it in one sitting. I just couldn't put it down. Like, you know when you have one of those things about a book and you just can't put it down? This was one of those books. I loved it so much. It was so good. Please go and pick this up if you love fairy tale retellings, like dark twists on fairy tales. If you love something that's got really good atmosphere, very descriptive writing, like romance but not too much romance. If you're not a big romance reader, the more fantasy kind of elements in there. But it was so good. I loved it so much. So that's done. So I'm going to move on to Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Mena Garcia. I might start this evening, or I might save it for tomorrow, but I think I probably will start it tonight. Maybe read the first chapter and see how far I get in. I mean, I am a little bit intimidated by this because this is straight up horror, and I typically don't read a lot of horror. The only horror books that I've read are by Grady Hendrix, but he writes campy horror, and I have like that. They're supposed to be fun. So this is totally out of my comfort zone, but I'm reading this, as I mentioned, for the Gothic Along, Gothic Along, read along for Sylvia Moreno Garcia's books, hosted by Hannah from Readathon, and this is the current book pick. So I do need to read it, so I'm not going to be a wuss. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to try and see how far I get into it. So fingers crossed that this is another win. But the Forest Green was so good. It's so good. I think it's definitely one in my top books of the year, I think, for sure. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, so I'm going to go and make a start onto Silver Nitrate, and I might check in with you before I go to bed, or I might just check in with you tomorrow and let you know how far I get into it. But yeah, Forest Green was so good. I loved it so much. Please go and pick up that book. Please go and pick it up. It was so good. Right, I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, it is currently Thursday, the 16th of, I was going to say October, it's 16th of November. I had a really busy day at work today, so we had our winter graduation today, and I had to go down to the ceremony to help give out the seat tickets for the students that were graduating, so that took up most of the afternoon, so I'm a little bit knackered, but I'm home now. And it's currently just gone 7:30 in the evening for me, and I've just got in my comfies, and I'm just going to be in bed the rest of the evening because I'm so tired. I think I might even have an early night tonight. I'm so tired, so I haven't been able to do any reading at all today. I mean, I had a bit of time when I could have been reading, but I left my book at home, so that was great. So I think I'm going to try and get through a little bit of a Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I think I briefly started it last night, and I think I only maybe got to page 8. That's as much as I got into it. But yeah, so I'm gonna maybe set up a forest for myself and do that to help me focus and catch up on some booktube. I think just have a chilled evening, and I think I did do another spin actually, and I have screen recorded it, so I'll put it up somewhere on the screen. But my next book I am going to be picking up after Silver Nitrate will be If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun, which was the September book for the YA Fairy Loot. So that'll be good to get my first 2 books that I've gotten from Fairy Loot read. So, and I am really excited by the one, and the edition that I've got for it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to be picking that up when I finish Silver Nitrate. So that might be for the weekend, and I don't think I will get. I mean, if I do another spin, I've only got Forged by Bloods and the Hurricane Wars left. I don't know if I will have time to get to them, but that's fine. I mean, I can save them for next month because I'm not going to have a TBR as such, because I'm just going to mood read, I think, for the month, but I am going to be doing an announcement for Middle Grade Magic, which will be winter themed, very much Christmas themed, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, so I don't think I will have time, or I mean, I could still read them next week, to be honest, because the only thing mandatory thing I've got left to read will be The Midnight Guardians by Ross Montgomery from Middle Grade Bardic, actually, so I would maybe like to read that, so I could save those for next week. But yeah, so that's my evening pretty much all sorted, and I'll probably check in with you all before I go to bed and let you know how far I get into Silver Nitrate. But yeah, I'm just absolutely exhausted for today. So tired, so I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, it is currently Friday the 17th of November, and it has just gone, what time are we at? 7 minutes past 5. I got home from work about an hour ago. We got to finish early today, which was a nice little treat. That doesn't happen very often recently, which is good. And now I can just chill for the weekend, and I've got Blackpool for Strictly, which I'm so excited about. So me and my mum will be watching that. We're not doing anything, not going out, nothing. Blackpool Strictly, it's important. And I've also got the Vegas Grand Prix this weekend, so qualifying tomorrow. It's at a stupid morning time though, but I think I am taping it. I'll need to double check if I'm taping it, and then I'll watch that afterwards, and I'll probably do the same for the race as well, because it'll be on early time for us as well. So, but yeah, that's really, really exciting. I was able to do a little bit of reading last night, which was good, and a little bit on my bus journey to and from work. So I'm currently, as I mentioned, reading Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and I'm currently 78 pages in. It's fine. I mean, it's fine, not a lot has happened, but I am intrigued. I will say that I am intrigued, and I don't know if maybe the horror elements start to pick up a little bit as we go through the book, but I am intrigued so far, which is good. Steph is going to do some sprints for the F1 Readathon this evening. I think they're starting from 7 o'clock, but I think she said she would be home maybe earlier and might start them earlier, so I'll keep an eye on that, but I'll be definitely watching those tonight and just trying to get through as much of Silver Nitrate as I can. But I wanted to show you some really pretty bookmarks that have just come that I got from Etsy, and I've got the shop's business card here. So these are from Emily Cromwell Designs, and look at that business. Look at that! Isn't that just so cute? And the artwork is absolutely stunning. I saw the bookmarks, and it was just like they were so colourful and really, really bright, and they're Halloween themed bookmarks. I know it isn't Halloween, but I'll definitely be able to use them for next Halloween. And I also got a really, really cute magnetic bookmark, which I can't wait to show you. But these are the bookmarks that I got. So this is the first one that I've got, and they're like neon pink pumpkins. And I just love that one. So I think I've got 5 here. There was a pack, you could get a pack of 5. So let me try and this one, which again is super, super, super cute. I don't know if this will focus. I don't know if that'll focus for you guys, because it's currently focused on me. I'm gone, I think. But yeah, that's really cute as well. And then we've got this purple one, which I really, really like, and it says Spooky Season, which is really, really cute as well. Very nice. And then next up, I've got this pink bookmark with cute little ghosties with books. Look at that. Is that not just the cutest thing? They're so cute, and they're very, very bright colours, and they're I think the artwork is just absolutely stunning. And then the last one I got was this one that says Boo, which again is super, super, super cute. And then I couldn't resist getting this. I do like a magnetic bookmark, and I saw this one. It's a little corgi. It's a cute little corgi magnetic bookmark. And it's just the cutest thing ever. And then on the back it's got Emily Cromwell Designs on the back of it. So yeah, that is my little bookmark haul, and I'll leave a link to Emily's Etsy shop in the box down below, because I would definitely recommend checking out those bookmarks. I don't know if she might do Christmas ones. I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for that, but I'm very, very, very impressed. I think this one is definitely my favourite, with the purple pink pumpkins. and obviously the cute little corgi. It makes me think of the corgi Newton from Bridgerton, sorry. Bridgerton, yeah. Kind of looks like Newton from that show, but yeah, so I'm really chuffed with that. So I'll go and have a little nosy to see what time Steph's going to do her sprints, and yeah, I'll check in with you a little bit later when I've read a bit more of a Silver Nitrate. Hi guys! Apologies for not checking in a lot earlier. I barely did any reading yesterday apart from trying to get through the rest of Silver Nitrate, and I have just now finished Silver Nitrate by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This was, I don't know how to explain this book. I mean, some parts of it I liked the movie kind of scene like that in the 90s where it was like the two main characters, the male main MC was a failed kind of soap opera actor, and the main female character, she's a sound editor and she's a woman working in a male dominated job. I quite like that aspect of it. But this is meant to be classed as a horror. I didn't feel there was anything horror about this at all. I wasn't scared. I wasn't on the edge of my seat reading this the whole time. There was some quite slow moments. The male MC, I don't know if it mentioned if he had a problem with alcohol, but he drank quite a lot, which had an impact on the friendship between both of the two main characters, and I didn't really like the main MC after that. I thought he was quite arrogant after that. I mean, the atmosphere I think was still quite good, but out of the two Sylvia Moreno Garcia books I've read so far, I definitely think The Daughter of Dr. Moreau, I think I enjoyed that slightly more than I did this. I mean, I'm glad that I've read it because it was totally out of my comfort zone, but this is meant to be pitched as a horror. There wasn't anything horror about it. There was like magic in here as well, necromancy in here, and I was just like, I didn't have a clue what was going on. So it was, I'm glad I have read it. I did give it a try, and I think I'm going to give it a 3-star, which isn't bad. It's not amazing, but it's fine. It was fine. But now I'm going to be moving on to something that I am hoping is going to be a 5-star, and if I can finish this, start this evening and finish it tomorrow by the end of the readathon, that would be awesome, because the book in question is The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. Apologies if I've said that wrong, but this is the stunning Waterstones edition, which I absolutely love, and it did come in a fairy loot box, the adult box, fairly recently, so it definitely counts. I don't know if I do love this cover. It is absolutely stunning, but from the pictures I've seen of the fairy loot edition and the naked hardback, that is absolutely stunning as well. I do love this edition, I really do, and it's got the most stunning sprayed edges. So I won't go into the whole synopsis because it is quite long, but I'll read the back of the book for you. So, the Night Empire casts a long shadow over the land. Nothing can stand in the way of its might and power. Year by year, the hurricane wars take and take, and yet there is hope in the darkness. One lone light stands against the empire. So, it does sound amazing, and I think some of the girls in the chat, because I'm currently watching Steph's F1 readathon sprints. She started them about 1:30 this afternoon, so I've been watching them, and a couple of girls I've been reading it, and they've been really, really enjoying it. Lovers, Rivals, War, and yeah, I'm just really excited. So I think we'll be coming back from the current sprint that we're on at the moment soon, so I want to have a quick little break, and then I'm definitely going to start this when the next sprint happens. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. And I know that I mentioned in the previous clip that I did do a spinner wheel, and I got If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun, but I'm just feeling more in the mood for this, and I've been desperate to start it, and I think it would be a good challenge for me if I could try and read it pretty much in 24 hours, so I'm going to make a start on this in the next sprint. And we have Blackpool Strictly this evening, and I'm so excited, and also the Vegas Grand Prix this weekend, and Charles got pole, and I'm so excited. So fingers crossed we get a Ferrari win tomorrow. I mean, Max is starting from second, so potentially it might not happen, but I've got my fingers crossed, so I'm really excited. So hopefully we get a win for Charles, so I'd have my fingers and toes crossed. But yeah, I'll check in with you all a little bit later.
Are you better to pit earlier than your rival, or just keep running longer?
Cold enough for an overcoat night and about overcuts. Max Verstappen leads by 1.6 seconds. There's Lewis Hamilton right behind Yuki Tsunoda, who might be struggling a bit on those soft compound tyres. It goes wide enough there to give Hamilton a chance as through that little chicane they go, and Hamilton seems to have got ahead of the AlphaTauri and has up into 11th place.
So they're given a 5-second time penalty for Verstappen, forcing another driver off the track. In a way, I feel that position should be given back, because 5 seconds, you know, he's already got 2-second lead on him, and track position can control the race from there. So that, you know, if they decided he's done something wrong, I'm not sure that's a tough enough penalty.
Well, drivers have been calling for stiffer penalties for moments just like that, saying that 5 seconds just isn't enough. Give it another 3-4 laps, you might see Max Verstappen maybe 5 seconds ahead. But we will see. He's got a 5-second penalty when he next comes in, and has to come in for a pit stop because he hasn't made one yet.
Yeah, that's when they have to serve it. If not, it'll be added to the elapsed time at the end of the race, but he has got to come.
Hi guys, it is currently Sunday the 19th of November. I am currently watching Steph doing her F1 Readathon sprints. It's the final day of the Readathon, which is crazy. I can't believe it's the end of the week already. So we are just in the middle of our first sprint, and I am currently watching the Vegas Grand Prix race. It's definitely been interesting so far. Poor Lando went off, he had a really bad crash, but he's okay, thank God. And Max is currently winning, but he forced Charles off at the first turn, and he's only got a 5-second penalty, and he's not given the place back. Just like, really? It's honestly, it's a Max Verstappen show, 100%. 100% the Max Verstappen show. But, so I was, for the start of the sprint, carrying on with the Hurricane Wars by Thea Guanzon. I've decided to put I'm not DNFing it, I've decided to put it down for now because I don't want to rush this, I want to take my time with it. So I've got to page 39, I think. Yeah, page 39. So I'm going to put this down for now, and I think I'll come back to it next week so I can actually put more time to reading it, because I don't want to rush it, because I want to like take it all in and like really enjoy it properly. So I might even restart it, to be honest, and go back to the beginning, because I'm only just 39 pages in. But yeah, so I've decided to put this down for now. So instead of that, restarting that, I've decided to go and pick up If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun, which is a lot shorter. This is more of a romance fantasy with a young girl called Cara who can speak to ghost, which was passed down from her grandmother. She's got this gift from her grandmother, and the school golden boy, like the most popular boy at school, she finds his body in the woods, and I think what the plot will be is that he wants her to resurrect him, and I think there might be a romance that ensues between them both. So I think, and it's definitely a lot shorter, and this is the gorgeous Fairy Loot edition, and it came in the September YA box, so I am excited to give it a try. I know Steph read it a few weeks ago, and I think she gave it 3.5 stars, so fingers crossed I enjoy this one as well. But yeah, so I think I have made the right choice to not rush the Hurricane War, so I'm going to carry on watching the F1, and we'll I think we've got 28 minutes left of this current first sprint, so I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, it's a little bit later on now. It is currently, what time are we on? Nearly 6:45 in the evening. I've been carrying on with reading If I Have to Be Haunted. This Fairy Loot edition is just absolutely stunning with this character art on the front here and on the back, and oh, it's just such a pretty edition. I am enjoying this actually. It's really good. I like the banter between Cara and Zach. It's like they're bickering quite a lot with each other, and it's the relationship with Cara and her mum. It's still quite frayed. It's just her mum doesn't want her to have this gift that's been passed down from her grandmother. She thinks it's a bad thing, and the relationship is quite frayed at the moment. So we're going on this journey with Cara and Zach to try and help. Cara's trying to help Zach be resurrected, basically, And we don't know how he's ended up dead. She just found him in the woods, and we don't know how he died. So I'm assuming we might find out what happened to Zach as we go through the book. I think I am nearly halfway, so hopefully we do actually find out what actually happened to him. But I quite like the banter between Cara and Zach. I think some of that's quite funny. So I think it's definitely sitting on a 4-star at the moment, which is good. So so I think I'll be having my tea soon and waiting for the Strictly results to come on. But I think I'm going to read a little bit more of If I Have to Be Haunted, maybe even try and finish this tonight. And I wanted to show you guys my adorable ghosty bookmark from Emily Cromwell Designs from Etsy. I'll leave a link to Emily's shop in the box down below, but they're just so cute and I love them so much. So yeah, so that's my plans for this evening, and I'll check in with you all a little bit later. Hi guys, I'm going to be doing my final check-in for this video, and I'm going to wrap up this vlog as well. I have just finished If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked this. I think I'm going to give it a 4-star. I really liked the relationship between Cara and Zach, how they were like bickering with each other all the time. The relationship with Cara and her mum I quite enjoyed, and it was like towards the end of the book I was actually getting a little bit choked up with the moments between Cara and Zach. I thought that was done really well, and I think I have heard this could be potentially a series, so I mean I probably would continue on with it, but overall I think it was good and I gave it a 4-star, so I'm really glad to have read this one, and this is just the most stunning edition and I'm so happy to own it and that I enjoyed reading it. So now I'm going to quickly wrap up with you all the books that I read for the Box Readathon and my final thoughts and ratings for each of the books. So guys, so this was everything that I managed to read during the Box Readathon. I'm actually really proud of myself that I managed to read 4 books and DNF'd 1. So I will go through the book that I DNF'd first, which was, unfortunately, The Wolf and the Woodsman by Ava Reid. I got 40 pages in, and there was quite a graphic scene with an axe, and it was quite descriptive, and it kind of made me feel a bit uneasy and a little bit sick, and I just didn't want to continue on with it, which is such a shame because it's such a really pretty edition. But I think if you like that kind of writing, it's been compared to Naomi Novik's writing. I DNF from Naomi Novik previously, so maybe that was a clue that I maybe wouldn't enjoy it, but I gave it a try. I got 40 pages in, but it wasn't for me unfortunately, so this one was a DNF. Then after that, I read Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. This got a 3-star. It was fine. I liked the Arthurian elements. The magic system I thought was okay. The characters I was a bit meh about. There wasn't enough. It was meant to be enemies to lovers. There wasn't any romance in here, so I don't know if it will be a series. There might be more romance, but I'm not inclined to continue on with the series, which is a shame because it is a really pretty edition of it. But I've read it. It's done now, and I gave it 3 stars, which isn't bad, but it's done. Then next up, I read my favourite book of this whole video, which was The Forest Grimm by Catherine Purdy, and this got 5 stars. I absolutely adored this book. This was just what I needed. Fairy tale retellings with dark twist, friends to lovers, romance, Grimm's fairy tales, the atmosphere, the writing. I just loved everything about this, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. I got to read this during this readathon, and I'm so happy that it got picked to be a fairy look book, because I never would have picked this up because I hadn't even heard of it until I got it in the fairy look box. But I'm just so happy that I got to read this week, and it was just what I needed. If you love fairy tale retellings with friends to lovers romance, atmospheric writing, forest settings, please go and pick this book up. It was so good, and this edition as well is just absolutely stunning. I'm so happy to own it. So The Forest Grimm was a 5-star read for me. Then next I started and finished Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I was reading this as part of Hannah from Lizette M's Gothic read along, where we're reading Silvia Moreno Garcia's backlist, and this was the November pick. This got a 3-star. It was fine. I mean, this is meant to be pitched as a horror. There was nothing horror I felt about this. I wasn't scared. The characters I thought were okay. The two main characters, the male main NC, he kind of got on my nerves a little bit. There was magic in here as well, which I wasn't really expecting, but I liked the movie kind of elements in here with like the movie industry. The male female character was a sound editor, and she was a woman working in a man's job, in a man's kind of industry, which I quite liked, but it wasn't for me, unfortunately. I did prefer The Daughter of Dr. Moreau a little bit more than this, but I've read it, it's done. So a 3-star for that one. And then, as I've just mentioned, I've read If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun. This got a 4-star, and I really, really enjoyed it. If it is going to be a series, I probably will continue on with it. But I'm just glad to have read this one, and I had a really good time with it. And again, the most stunning edition, and I just absolutely adore this book. So yeah, guys, that was my box readathon done and dusted, and I've had a really, really good week doing this readathon, and I hope Steph does this readathon again in the future, because I think this is a great idea for everyone to get through their special edition books, and I had a really good time, and I've read such a wide variety of stuff this week, and I had a really good time. So if you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys! Hi guys, I am just briefly popping in to the end of my box readathon reading vlog. I just got another special edition in the post, and I wanted to show unbox it for you guys. So I have been interested in maybe trying Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. Now, I have never read anything by Cassandra Clare, and this is Cassandra Clare's adult debut, so I wanted to maybe give it a try. But the normal edition, I mean, it's pretty, but I didn't love it, and I'm not too keen on the Fairy Loot edition, what they've done with it, so I wanted to try and get the Illumicrate edition, as they did their own special edition of it, and I managed to find it unvinted, and it has just come now. So I am going to show you what this looks like. I haven't seen this in person, but here is the book. Oh my goodness, this is really nice. So as you can see, it's Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. This is a chunky boy. But we've got the really, really pretty cover here. I really, really like that. We have the design on the spine. I've just seen the sprayed edges. They are absolutely stunning. And then we have the back. And then we have the stunning stained glass style sprayed edges, which I really, really love. I absolutely love these. And they're purple edges on the top and on the bottom. It's so pretty. And because it's an Illumicrate edition, we have end papers that look like this, which are really nice. And then, oh, I've just seen the naked hardback. And then we have these ones on the back. And we have stunning gold foiling on the naked hardback, which is absolutely stunning. So yeah, I definitely really, really prefer the Illumicrate edition. Then we have foiling on the spine, and then this design on the back, and it's absolutely stunning. I don't know if this is signed. Let me have a look. Oh, it is signed. I think it's a digital signature, I think, which is absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all. But yep, so we have it signed by Cassandra Clare. Now, I am a total newbie to Cassandra Clare. I've never ever picked up one of her books. Like, I know she's very popular for the Shadowhunter series, like that kind of series. So maybe if I enjoy Swordcatcher, I would maybe go and give it a go. But it's just that there's so many books in that world, I don't know if I could fully commit to it. So I don't know what this is about. So I will get the synopsis and we'll read it through together. But I'm just obsessed with this cover. It's absolutely stunning. So I've got the synopsis here. So, two outcasts have the power to change everything, but will they grasp the hand of destiny? In the vibrant city-state of Castellane, nobles and criminals have one thing in common: the constant search for wealth, power, and the next hedonistic thrill. Yet, as an impoverished orphan, Kel's prospects look bleak until he's stolen from his old life to enter a new one of luxury and peril. He's to become Prince Connor, Aurelian's body double, shielding the prince from all dangers. As his sword catcher, he and Connor will become as close as brothers, yet Kel lives for one purpose: to die for Connor. Lynn Castor is an Ashkari physician, part of the community ostracised for its rare magical abilities, but after a failed assassination attempt brings her and Kel together, they are drawn into the web of the mysterious Rag Picker King, ruler of Castellan's criminal underworld. He offers each of them what they want most, but as Lynn and Kel sink deeper into his world, they uncover an extraordinary conspiracy. As long-kept secrets unravel, they must ask themselves, can forbidden love bring down the kingdom, and will their discoveries plunge their nation into war and the world into chaos? That sounds actually really, really good, so I'm very, very intrigued to pick this up, and I think I might save it maybe for the new year, because it is a chunky boy. But, oh, these edges are just, the detail on these are just absolutely stunning. And I absolutely love them. So yeah, I'm really, really chuffed to have this. If you have read Cassandra Clare's other books, let me know which ones series are good. I know which ones roughly to start off with. But if you think I would like them, let me know. If you've read all the books and if you enjoyed them. But yeah, so I want to do that little vintage unboxing for you guys, and I'm so chuffed to have this stunning edition, and I'll see you all again at some point very soon in my next video. Bye guys.